welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I wanted to do a video on Netflix recommendations. I did split this into different genres or categories depending on what you are feeling in the mood to watch. So starting off with the first one is rom-coms. So I'm a big rom-com girly, so obviously the first one, and all my best friends know that this is literally one of my top movies, is To All the Boys I've Loved Before. They do have 3, but I will only recommend the first one because after the first movie, I don't really like the character development of, say, like Peter, and also like it gets a little bit toxic in like the second and third movie. So for me, I'm gonna go ahead and say To All the Boys I've Loved Before. Moving on to the second one is 20th Century Girl. This one is more so, it's a rom-com. And not to give any spoilers, but there's a little bit of drama as well. One is a Korean rom-com. It's a really good movie and it does have its funny moments. Also, its sad moments as well. And the next one that I'm going to be recommending is Devil Wears Prada. That one stars Meryl Streep and also Anne Hathaway, sorry. And overall, it's a really good movie. It does have its good fashion moments. I think her name's Andy. I really personally love Andy's character development in the movie, and Miranda as well. Like Meryl Streep, she delivers, in all of her movies, she really delivers a stellar performance. So the next one is going to be anime. And the first one I'm gonna be recommending, it's already in Netflix. They do have the second season, however, they do have the first one. So the first anime that I'm gonna be recommending from this section is Jujutsu Kaisen. If you guys know anything about Jujutsu Kaisen, the story, the plot is really good. The second one, Gojo, he's so handsome in the anime series, and the main character Itadori, he's funny. I don't know, like for me, the plot and also the characters, they all like complement each other. The third one, Gojo, I feel like that's gonna be a reason alone because he's so handsome in that series. The fourth one, it really, like every single episode you watch, it outdoes the last one. So for me, definitely Jujutsu Kaisen. If you haven't watched it, guys, it's literally so good. I think my best friend Kat is starting to watch it. I really hope that she likes it. It's so good. It's like, it's action, it's like a little bit of comedy, it's a little bit of everything. It's very entertaining and it's very funny, and I recommend that you guys watch it. If I were to pick any of these, Jujutsu Kaisen would literally be the first one. So the third one from the anime section is Backstreet Goku Dolls. A little bit of the plot, or like a summary, is that, and no spoilers, it's already written in the summary for Netflix anyway, is that 3 people who are part of the Yakuza, who are part of like the gang, and I think they made like a mistake or something. It has been a while since I have last watched it. However, they make a mistake, and instead of like having something bad happen to them, they basically get turned into Japanese idols. So they got like surgery and they went into training, and basically they're performing and making their boss money, and so that's basically the premise of it. There is that one moment, basically this guy, it was just really funny, I forgot what it was, but I think he was like this character was like making a joke, and I forgot what it was. I just remember laughing so much because it was so funny. Definitely recommend this. It's very much so comedy. Even in its sad moments, it ends up being like comedy. The second one that I'm gonna be recommending is Psyche K. He's basically a psychic, so he could like do everything. He can read everyone's minds, and he has like a bunch of these powers, and you basically follow him around. For me, I love it just because everything happens so quickly, and I feel like with my attention span, I need it to happen quickly, or else if it's like too slow of a plotline, I'm gonna get bored. But it does have, I think, like 2 seasons, and then a third one is, I think it turned into like a Netflix original. So those 3 I definitely recommend. So Jujutsu Kaisen, Psyche K, and last but not least, Backstreet Goku Dolls. This one is documentaries. Oh my gosh, guys, I get so thirsty when I talk so much. Okay guys, so I'm gonna do this one. The first recommendation is literally so random because I ended up watching it because I was looking through Kylie Jenner's like story on Instagram, and this was actually a documentary that I saw on it. So I ended up watching it. I ended up really loving it. The production was done really well, and there was just this plot twist that I never expected coming. So the first one that I'm going to be recommending from documentaries is American Murder: The Family Next Door. So with this documentary, without giving out too much, it really is, like, at least for me, the plot twist I never really expected for it to happen. So when they were finally telling the whole story, I literally, my jaw dropped because I never knew that someone is capable of doing something like that. The second one, What Jennifer Did. This one, actually, I don't know if you guys know, but it was huge, especially when this whole crime like kind of came out. It was literally everywhere. And What Jennifer Did, it's crazy because there's a lot of different things that they did talk about in the documentary, and in a way it's just similar to like the last one, which was American Murder: The Family Next Door. It just goes to show like what someone will do to accomplish their goal. So that's all that I will say, because I don't want to say too much, because I don't want to give any spoilers for any of the documentaries. And the third one, this one I actually watched when I was in Florida. I watched this with Kat. This one is more so a docu-series. This one is Ashley Madison: Sex, Lies, and Scandal. This one is the new one that just came out. I think it literally came out less than a month ago. It goes into detail, and it goes to show the damage, the kind of, I guess, the impact of what this had done to not only the individuals that had used it, but also to, the individuals' significant others and their family. And it really goes into good detail, and it exposes a lot of people, because there were a lot of celebrities, like literally A-list celebrities and high-ranking figures who literally were on the site. And if you guys know what Ashley Madison is, it's crazy, because I remember when this came out, it was huge. It was literally in every single news site, literally CNN, ABC, wherever, because there were just so many people were using it. And it goes into the financial aspect, it goes into just everything. That moving on to the next one, it is reality TV shows. The first one, I only watched the first season. However, I am starting to watch a little bit of the second season. So first one that I'm going to be doing is The Ultimatum: Marry or Move On. To give a kind of premise or a kind of summary of the plot, there are these married couples who participate in this experiment. The hosts who are doing this are actually the same hosts who for Love is Blind, and these different married couples basically do an experiment. So one couple proposes marriage while the other, they're given a time frame, and they go through different stages, and also in that time frame they have to either accept or reject the marriage proposal. So I think halfway through or towards the end, they basically switch with different partners. They live with them basically for a few weeks, and they just go to see whether, they want to be with someone else or still want to date or still want to stay with this person and get married. The next one, oh my gosh, I don't know why I love it so. I don't know why I love these second ones so much, but for me, literally one of my guilty pleasures for watching a reality TV show, but it's Hype House. So if you guys don't know, Hype House is basically a house of like TikTokers. Interesting fact actually was the same person, I forgot his name, but he was a member of Team 10, and one of the first influencer houses, I think it was by Jake Paul, and the owner of the Hype House, this like TikTok influencer house, was an original member or one of the members in the earlier period of Team 10. It's so funny, like Nikita Dragon is there, Larry, Vinny Hacker, and different people. In this one, they didn't really have like Addison Rae or Charlie D'Amelio. They did, but they didn't really focus on them too much. For me, I love it just because it's entertaining. I won't really say it's interesting, however, it is entertaining, and it kind of has the viewer take a peek on like how their lives are. The next one that I'm gonna be doing is, I have been watching this and it really is genuinely a fun watch for me, is Glow Up, the Next Makeup Star. So I love doing my makeup and it's fun to see the different kind of makeup challenges that they have on the show. So for me, I love watching this. I love makeup, so obviously I love this show. That is the end of the sections that I have. So I did want to include a bonus. There isn't really a specific kind of genre for any of these, similar to my older ones. So the first one that I'm going to be recommending, it's from Anna Faris, and I love this just because the fashion, and it's one of those like, I guess like rom-com kind of comedy movies, is The House Bunny. And then the second one that I'm going to be recommending is one with Addison Rae, and I forgot the actor's name, but it's one of the first movies that Addison Rae was part of this movie, and I remember like even Khloe Kardashian like made an appearance. If you guys know, it's He's All That. It's basically a rendition or a remake of She's All That. It was like famous in the 90s. I don't care what anyone says, like no matter what anyone says, I love just everything about it, just because it's so bad that it's good. It's just one of those movies for me. Last one for my to end this Netflix recommendations is Flavors of Youth International version. So for me, this one is an anime or animated movie, and I loved it just because it's very heartwarming, and it's those movies to where I feel like in some movies it's confusing sometimes, especially when it has like different characters and the viewer sees each one. Sometimes it gets confusing for me. However, the people who had worked on this movie, they really did a good job in which the viewer is able to, I guess, like build a kind of relationship with each character and just see how they progress in each of their own individual stories. And it's like some really good food moments. It reminds me a little bit of Studio Ghibli in regards to like their food moments. It's very like, the food in this like animated movie literally looks so tasty. That is my last one, and I hope that all of you enjoyed. Stay tuned for the next video.